Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Trails of Cold Steel 4. We just recently took on the big boss man Rutger himself, and now we're continuing on with the main story from here on. So if anything else, hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for all love and support. Now let's get going. Thanks for waiting. Fee, are you alright now? Yeah, I just cried it all out. If I kept it up any longer, the boss would never let me live it down. I see. I think that was all he really wanted, to be seen off by his beloved daughter. By family. The guy lived life on his own terms, not as some immortal bound to the curse, but as a human being. Gotta say, he left on one hell of a high note. Crow. If you gotta go, you may as well go out with a smile on your face, and that's exactly what he did. All we can do is smile back. Yeah, I'm sure Zeno and Leonidas would say the same. Yeah.
Well, since you've taken on the power of the boss's knight, it only makes sense for us to help you out.
Oh, now you decide to help us out. We've had all of the past 3 games to do so.
Final battle's getting real close. We got a lot of getting ready to do before then.
We'll meet again, Fee. Schwarzer, and the rest of you. Just make sure you survive till then.
The end of a legend, and the beginning of a new Zephyr. We know just how powerful they are. Having them on our side is reassuring. We'll have to show them that we're no pushovers either. That's right. And we can start by overcoming this next trial, no matter how stacked the odds. Right. It's time to head to Crossbell at last. The place of my lord's rivalry. Duvali. I know this won't be easy for you. I don't need you to worry about me. The Jaeger King showed us his resolve, so it's only fair I do the same. I'll do all that I can to persuade my lord to stay with us after the rivalry. The battle is itself another matter, and I don't believe my lord would look kindly upon such unnecessary consideration. I believe you're right about that. It appears that her objective is to protect the future of the Empire. Right, our goals actually align in a certain sense, so there's probably some hope there. Well, if we can't demonstrate our ability to get past this, then it's all moot anyway. Valmar's new evolution, thanks to the Palatinate Knight's power, is going to be a big help. Right, the power received from the Jaeger King. We owe it to him to make the most of it. That we do. Next on our agenda, Crossbell. It seems our team has an update for us. Agate, Shara, and Toval as well.
Hey there, everyone.
We heard about the Jaeger King. Good work. Must have been tough.
Yeah, thanks. So, how are things going in Crossbell?
Right. There's been some movement that's caught our attention. Word is, there's a giant pillar of light shooting right out of the wetlands.
You mean the same phenomenon as what happened at the Draco Shrine? Right, I think that only the sanctuary has been moved like before. There are also eyewitnesses' accounts stating they saw a shining knight fly off in that direction. Which means there's no doubt she'll be waiting there for you, or Ourobor's strongest to Steel Maiden. Oh, that's gonna be a fun battle. My lord, the time's finally come. And no barrier or similar devices appeared? Right, It seems the only experimental Gargantua-class battleship was the one we encountered yesterday. Thank you, Bracers. We know you're busy and appreciate you taking the time to contact us. Hey, it was no big deal. Security system seems to be light right now, so we're about to head over to confirm things ourselves. Watch your back, okay, Olivier? And make sure to get them there. You got it. You be careful too until we meet again, Shara. Like that wink. So, Crossbell, huh? The area is on the brink of turning into a battleground once the war begins. Yes. It looks like the invasion of Calvor will begin from Tangram Fortress on the east side. And right before that, we face the biggest hurdle of the war's shadowy underbelly. In any case, we need to prepare ourselves to the maximum extent possible. Right. To stop the Great Twilight and to somehow stop the war. I kindly request that you allow me to join the fight starting today. Please call on me without hesitation if such a need arises. We'll be counting on you. Your wound has only healed, though. I don't want you overexerting yourself. Sure, we could really use our abilities in battle. Let's get this party started, kittens. Hell yeah, I'm going to be using Shannon. Are you kidding me? She's the best. Considering the circumstances, I'd like to depart for Crossbell as soon as possible. However, a number of orders have also arrived, so please do give them a once-over when you have a moment. In the meantime, I'll map out a safe route to Crossbell. It's looking like this will be our last foray into the western half of Erebonia for a while, so make sure you don't leave anything undone. Right. So, Crossbell, huh? Yuna and the others infiltrated at once, right? I admit I'm worried about the city seeing as they have a war brewing right on their doorstep. Reen. Until we make our way to Crossbell, if you make any more runs to the surface, we'd like to join you. Your Highness. And Elise? I'm not so sure that's... There's still a lot happening in Western Erebonia, and as Toa's representatives, there are matters that we must attend to. We have no intention of taking point, of course, but we can help out with our orders and anything else you might need. We did receive my brother's full approval for the record. Tagging along will also allow me to see the current state of the Empire. I really appreciate the escort. You two have really grown up. Alright, fine, but don't overdo it out there. You got it. Oh, I can bring my own party now? Okay. Yuna. Kurt. I'm bringing Shannon. Sharon? Shannon. Sharon. I said Shannon. Ha. Alright. You and Muse. Anyone else I'm missing? I like this team already, so we're good for now. I might want to use her again. Angelica. Oh, we're good for now. I'm cool with this. The situation at Titus Gate and each of the field exercise campsites has changed. You can now explore Langdok Canyon north. At least an Alpha will be accompanying you. As with Toa, they won't participate in direct combat, but they provide useful orders to support you and your party. New weapons and armor can now be purchased in all areas. Perfect. And I got bonding points. Even better. 5. Alright, what we have? What do we have? Ouster Assistance. I was really supposed to tackle this request, but my plate kinda overfloweth at the moment. Kinda. Wow, I can't read. Kinda overfloweth at the moment. You guys think you can check it out for me? All I know is that Kai and Tilia are having some trouble with an especially ordinary monster over towards Alster. I'm sure they'd be happy to see you again anyhow. Toval. Alright. And there's the North Languedoc Canyon monster. Radiant Wings. A powerful monster has been spotted in North Languedoc Canyon. Okay. We should be able to handle it on our own, but we'll have to act quickly. Alright, no problem. For now, though, let me save up. And then we'll start using some of those bonding points. Alright. Oh, okay. Bridge it is. Okay. I've tightened the strings and replaced the grip too. those balls won't know what thwacked them. Yuna, is that one of the tennis club's rackets? Yeah, Ada and the others swiped it from the academy for me. Even though they're in hiding, they took the time to send it over. I was thinking that maybe we could put up an end to training hall and hold some practice matches, you know? Working up a sweat might help us get our heads together before we leave for Crossbell. I see. I'm proud of you for taking the initiative like this. And here I was thinking she'd be a nervous wreck. Yuna versus Inner Saboteur. Score 15 love. You know, you should stop by and check it out if you have a second instructor. It'd really help me strengthen my resolve. Let's say. Okay? I don't really know what that means, but Yuna finds it helpful. Let's do it. Yuna, if we're gonna face off, then shouldn't we go somewhere a little nicer than a training hall? You know, I bet the security at the branch campus is pretty lax right now. Oh. It probably is, isn't it? Alright, let's do that. Prepare for a beatdown. Rin got in touch with Jessica and Louise and headed to Leaves. While his friends were collecting intel, he received permission to practice drills at the branch campus. Ha! 40 love. No more. I can't move. Alright, let's keep it up. Game set. Yuna wins. Great work, Yuna. Haha, not bad if I do say so myself. That was a good match. Yuna's up by 2, Jessica's up by 1, and Luis is down by 2. Ugh, I wanted to get at least one win. Just what I expected, Yuna. You didn't give away a thing. I tried picturing this in my mind a bunch. You two didn't make it easy for me, though. I think it's important to do your best even if you can't win. Do you have any regrets? This was enough for us, but Yuna might want to play more matches. We'll join the others. You two stay here and enjoy yourselves. Like I didn't notice that look, you two. Come on. Both of you. Thanks, guys. Instructor, can you play one last match with me? Me? I've read the rules, but I'm a total beginner. Oh, I'm sure you'll pick it up. With your physical abilities and that intuition, I think we're pretty evenly matched. But, if I win, can I ask for a favor? Sure. But if we're doing this, I'm not gonna hold back. Go ahead and give me everything you've got. Right. Uh-oh. Rin and Yuna started their practice match. They both threw everything they had into it. The ball went back and forth as the match went on until the victor won with one final smash shot. Take this! What the hell was that, Rin? You got aced. Ah! I did it! I did it! Yuna. You got me. Good work. Sorry, I got a little carried away. But I really wanted to ask you to do something for me. I want to tell you something and I don't want to say anything until I finish. Of course, I can do that.
I like you, instructor. I didn't even realize it at first. But I think I've felt this way for a while now. Ever since that day in Crossbell. The day you saved me.
Yuna. Hey, I said you couldn't talk until I'm done, remember? You're my instructor and I'm your student, so I definitely don't expect you to answer right away. But can you at least think about what I've said? Alright. What else can I say when you're asking so earnestly? My position in the world, the curse I bear? There's so much I have to think about if I'm to know how to respond to her feelings. After meeting up with the other members of the team, Rin and Yuna returned to the Courageous too. Tennis wear. Okay. You know, she worked with Lloyd and the others. I honestly thought she would develop feelings for Lloyd, but who would have guessed, right? For Rin? Alright, Altina? There she is. Altina, who are you talking to? Oh, Instructor Reen. Actually, perfect timing. Would you mind giving this a listen, Reen? George. Oh, hey there, Reen. I heard about the Jaeger King situation. Glad you pulled through. Yeah, thanks. So, did you happen to have information concerning the workshop? Yeah, I actually have something I'd like to get Altina's confirmation on. Figured I'd get in touch with her via the Courageous too. Something you want confirmation on? The headquarters for the Black Workshop is located at the base of the Greyborn Mountains. However, it appears to have been abandoned at some point. It's completely deserted now. What? You mean the place where I was held captive? The very same. Not only is Albrecht gone, but he took an enormous stores of research data and experimental Zauber Zoldats with him. When I checked around this time yesterday, it had already been wiped clean. I had no idea they were planning anything like that. Maybe I simply wasn't trusted with the information. I was hoping I could get your thoughts on this, Altina, seeing as that's where you're originally from. I wish I had something useful to share. Unfortunately, my memory of the time is still a bit hazy. However, I think this might actually prove to be a good opportunity for us. How so? I'm trying to track them down now, so I can't really help directly, but if you're interested, you should have enough time to investigate the workshop site before we need to head to the next shrine. Gotcha. Well, it definitely could be a good chance to find out some new information. Though the probability of finding anything conclusive there is likely to close to nil. Still, I don't think it would be an entirely fruitless endeavor. There could be intel on the Zauber Zoldats, S-weapons, the combat shells, and homunculi like me and Milliam. Altina, I've secured a tentative infiltration route. I know it's asking a lot for you to trust me given the mess I've made of things. If you do decide to do this though, please contact me through Altina. Yeah, you bet. I'll be making preparations just in case. Alright, well, yeah, let's do it. The Black Workshop is completely deserted. We don't know why, but this could be our chance to investigate it. There could be intel on Zauber Zoldats, S-weapons, the combat shells. Altina, well, it's understandable that it would be on her mind. It may be completely deserted, but it is the Gnome's headquarters, so I think we're gonna need some help. Should I get in contact with George and go investigate the Black Workshop? Yes, let's do it. The Black Workshop. We need to consider the risks, but there's a lot we could potentially gain by checking it out. Let's fill everyone in first, and then get in contact with George. Understood. I'll tell everyone right away. Reen briefed those on board about the situation and received approval for the plan to investigate the Black Workshop. As a precaution, the small team tasked with infiltrating the facility was to be supported by the Courageous too. Altina and Crow contacted George. He headed to the workshop using a teleportation gate that he had secret access to. Wow, it's instant now, huh? Perfect. So this is the Black Workshop. It used to be the Gnome's headquarters, huh? They might still be using it in some capacity. You never know. Angelica, do you remember the last time we were here? Clear as day. The mess didn't mess with my memories from that time. You guys had to take on the Chancellor, the Steel Maiden, and the Blazing Demon all at once. It was crazy. But now it's all still and quiet. Frankly, it's unsettling. Not a soul in here besides us. It feels abandoned. These conditions are ideal for us. We can conduct our investigations without interference. Okay, we'll go to the S-Weapon Lab. I've been curious about the origins of my Berserker and Shirley's Testarossa. When we met at Stargazer's Tower, we were enemies. Now we're working together. Who would have thought? Ah, yeah, feels odd. Don't stab me in the back, please, Doobie. Don't come up with pet names for me. As for us, we'll go check out the combat shell and Zauber Zoldat research lab. Maybe Albrecht left behind his research notes or something. You're going to Homunculus lab, correct? Will you be okay? Yes, I've been there once before when we came to save Instructor Reen. It's where Milliam and I were born. Maybe there's still something to learn there. Yes, maybe. Let's see what we can find. The Courageous 2 will be patrolling the area around you. Return at once if you're in danger. We'll be waiting here. Let us know if anything goes wrong. Alright, everyone knows what to do, so let's get started. Huh, I think I know what these are. The Oz series incubation tanks. Test subjects which failed to become Millium or me. They were discarded when we were born. That's disgustingly cruel. The DG call was researching something similar a few years ago. Instructor Reen? Huh? What the? An Osmirage. It's an arcade manufactured at the Black Workshop based on Ouroboros' designs. Seems to be inactive. Perhaps it malfunctioned, and they left it behind when they moved to a new base. Huh? I regret the things I did when I was escaping before. I didn't do anything to this particular unit, but still. I feel sorry for it. Left like this, let me at least lean it against the wall. Instructor. What's this white capsule? It doesn't look like an incubator. I noticed it when we were here last. Because it is in this area, it must have been involved in the Oz series research. It's deactivated and locked. Something about it bothers me, but it's not like we'll find out more just by looking at it. Why does it seem so familiar? Empty tanks. Oz? Wait, 73 and 74? That's... Yes. These are the tanks where Millium and I were grown.
So this girl's my sister, huh? Sorry, I don't know if we'll remember this, but when you get outside, let's make sure to meet up and play together, okay?
How odd. This place is so lifeless and desolate. And yet it fills me with nostalgia somehow. That's completely normal, Altina. It reminds you of your sisterly bond with Millium. Yes, I suppose that must be it. That bond was once the only thing I knew I could trust. Both Millium and I were created for the sole purpose of becoming the sword. This knowledge was hidden from us and sealed deep within our memories, but we always sensed it. That's why I envy Millium. Altina. She sacrificed herself to protect those dear to her, even though it meant becoming the sword.
I must protect. I must. Reen, Yuna, Kurt. Muse, Ash, William, everyone.
That's what I wanted too. I wasn't afraid of what might happen to me. I'm sure that is precisely how Millium felt as well. Although the Millium that the Spectral Moon Mirror showed us had regrets.
Guess I should say sorry, though, for not being strong enough. I wanted to be able to say, I saved the day, that I helped protect everyone. But I never thought I'd cause you guys all this grief instead.
I finally understood that myself. It dawned on me when you saved me on the Isengard mountain range the other day. Oh. I appreciate the sentiment, but please don't do that again. Talk things through with someone. Don't just rush out on your own. I see. I was really panicked. Yes, I'd never seen that much fear in your eyes before.
It seems that even someone as dependable as you has a vulnerable side.
Well, that goes without saying, right? It was pretty obvious.
So, during those moments of weakness, I want to be the one to protect you.
That's kind of you. You've changed a lot, Altina. Though I'm not really sure if I played a role in it, I'm really impressed by how you've grown. But thank you. I'm honored that you care so much about me, Altina. You're welcome. What's the matter? It's nothing, I'm experiencing an emotion I find difficult to put into words. It's different from what I feel towards Kurt and Yuna. How do I say it? It is joyous, but a bit suffocating. And there's warmth and excitement as well. Is this familiar affection? Camaraderie? I read about various kinds of love. Is this the same kind that Lisa and Elise feel toward you? I don't know. Maybe it's best if we take it easy. I'm sure you'll figure it out for yourself in time. I mean, you still have a lot to learn about feelings and stuff. Take it one step at a time.
Instructor, it would seem you're trying to hide something. Perhaps you'd like to share? Or is your mind filled with inappropriate thoughts?
Huh? Of course not. It's true that she's becoming more emotionally mature. I'm both happy and concerned, thinking about her future. Rin and Altina joined the team members who searched the other areas, and they all returned to the ship through a portal. They didn't find the information they were after, but at least they discovered how many new Zobra Zoldax combat shells and Osmirage units had been produced. Furthermore, they realized it was highly possible that the Black Workshop was moved in an entirely new location. Alright, let's save up again. 2 for 2. Okay. We managed to take care of the bonding points with Altina and Yuna so far. Next up is, where is she? Elisa. Huh. No, where are you hiding? Alright, let's see if you're here. No, it's Fee. I'll talk to you in a bit. Ho ho. There's only so much I can do from here. If only I could just head over there myself. Elisa, what are you up to? Oh, Reen, you remember what my mother mentioned on the Gargantua, right? About the 5th? Sure.
Ah, I see. The one produced by the 5th Development Division.
So this is your capstone project.
The RF Group's 5th Development Division. There were several rumors regarding them during the Civil War, but it all kind of blew over before I could ever get to the heart of it. I'd assume it was the noble or reformist faction's doing, a department created and run in absolute secrecy. But in truth, it was the Black Workshop who'd been keeping it under wraps. Yeah, it even slipped under the noses of Sharon and my mother. Seems like they had a hand in those practice combat shells, not to mention the Goliath Altina lost control in. I guess you know what came aboard the specialist to help bring about the Zobra Zoldax. So the question at hand then are when those took place and who the staff behind them were. Right. If we were at Reinford headquarters in Ruhr, we could investigate at a much deeper level, but it looks like Mother and Grandfather still haven't been able to make their way back. I see. Alyssa seems a lot more positive now that she's gotten past that incident at Gargantua. I'd like to find out a few things about this so-called division myself. Maybe I could help her out. Hey Lisa, it may be too risky for the Courageous 2 to plot a course for Ruhr at the moment, but what if we use Valimar instead? Huh? Lisa then gratefully accepted Reen's rather convincing proposal. After inviting Sharon to come along with them, the trio had Valimar take them to Ruhr via the Spirit Path. I almost read that as Shannon again. The Nordia Province, Ruhr, Reinford Group. 4th Development Division Office. What a relief! I'm so glad to see you alright, Miss Elisa. And you too, Sharon. I heard you had quit, but here you are. Oh, I'm sorry for worrying you guys. And I apologize for all the complications I've surely caused. We'll hear none of that. You two are the reason business here in the 4th Division is as stable as ever. We've also been in contact with Chairman Arena. We're to investigate something regarding the 5th Division, correct? Yes, and if my intuition is correct, we should be able to flush out everyone involved with the plan we discussed earlier. You're taking control of the internal network, and would greatly appreciate your assistance in this endeavor from here on. Of course we'll take care of anything you need. Right, we'll show you the full capabilities of the 4th Division. By the way, you wouldn't be Miss Elisa's you-know-what, would you? Ay Dios, what's wrong with you? Don't you know how to read a room? Ah, well, looks like we're all set to go. We'll leave you guys to it then. The 4th Division really comes through in a pinch, huh? They truly are most excellent, each and every one. The only thing they dedicate themselves to more than their work is learning all the details of their beautiful general manager's love life. Let's just leave the topic for another day. We have an investigation to get to, don't we? Thanks to the vigorous efforts of the 4th Development Division members, the group managed to gather information on the company's internal activities. With Elisa and Sharon working together, and Reen offering his input as well, the group eventually drafted a hypothesis of sorts. The crux of it being that the 5th Development Division, as it stood in an official capacity, was just a front. It did not operate as a standard division, but rather as one in the shadows, maneuvering and directing members from each of the other divisions in secret. This seemed all too possible given that numerous members across the departments had been confirmed to be engaging in mysterious and inexplicable acts. Further, they discovered several employees were currently on leave of some sort, some of whose whereabouts were completely unknown. With this intel in hand, Elisa made an official report as general manager to Chairman Arena. The group then developed plans to amend the issues so as to prevent any underhanded activity from harming operations. That sure was a lot to go through. Definitely, but it sounds like things went just about as well as you could hope for, right? I wasn't surprised to hear most of the employees wrapped up in this mess were struggling with debt or other hardships. That's never a nice thing to see, but investigating such thorough attention and discussing into the situation really brought things back around. Yeah, it'll probably take a while to clear things up with everyone since there were so many staff involved. Still, even if things aren't 100% up to par yet, I can tell we're moving in the right direction. I'm sure. You know, Elisa, I think this is the happiest I've seen you all day. Oh. Yeah, to be honest, I was having all kinds of weird thoughts for a while. I just got so worked up over one thing to the next. But after what happened with the spectral moon mirror and at the Gargantua, I managed to solidify my determination. No more doubts. Well, I guess Sharon coming back and reconciling with Mom played a big part in it too. But that sounds pretty self-centered, doesn't it? I don't think it sounds like that way at all. War may be drawing near, but if the RF group reestablished itself as the upstanding company it once was, it would inspire all sorts of people. Depending on how things develop, it's possible this war might not last long without an increase in arms production. That's true. Of course, we'll still have to contend with all the complications that national mobilization law throws our way. But all the technicians and engineers are out there to have their own ideas and dignity to uphold. If this incident causes a stir, it's sure to be a source of hope to them and whoever else may need it. Thank you, Reen, for bringing me this far. Don't mention it. All I did was open the spirit path. No need to be modest. You're the real reason, Reen. It's the courage you gave me time and time again that's made all this possible. Facing Sharon and Mother, being ready to confront the man who used to be my father. All of it. So thank you. I couldn't be happier to be here at your side. Elisa. Do you remember the talk we had during the maintenance checkup a while back? Oh, that. I never asked anything unreasonable of you. I know how complicated things are, trust me. But it wasn't impossible to take the first steps into rebuilding a massive company like RF. You've even begun to patch things up with Sharon, as well as between you and Arena and the others. So, I can have my hopes at least, right? Because I can see the light our relationship has, warm and welcoming and waiting for us to take a chance.
Reen. Yeah, I feel exactly the same way. As long as we believe, we'll never lose sight of that light.
Gee, I wonder how he's gonna respond to every girl's feelings. Oh no. Once again, the issues of a main character. Sharon soon returned and offered kind words to Reen and Elisa. They then headed back to the Courageous 2 together after saying their goodbyes to the 4th Development Division. You've shared a special moment with Elisa. And she's maxed out. Beautiful. Alright, well, on that note, guys, I'm going to end it here for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I know once more it's been another video of just bonding, but not to worry. In the upcoming videos, we'll continue on with the main story. And then, you know, finish this game up. We're getting near. So if anything else, thank you again. And I'll see you all in the next one.